away from me, you big stinking ape!
You can't run away from me, Ban.
Where the heck did all these doors come from? I don't remember building this. Please be an exit. What in the world is going on around here? Whose tentacles are these? There's no tentacles in that one. That must mean it's the exit. Yes! Sweet, sweet freedom! Ooh, what the heck? Where am I?
Silly Ban. I told you it was useless to hide. All these doors will just bring you right back to me.
Hunky Jake, what are you doing? I demand you let me go right this instant.
Let you go? Let you go? And why would I ever choose to let you go after what you did to me? Not too long ago, I was an ordinary lowland gorilla living in the Congo. I had everything a young gorilla could ever wish for. Food, family, and the attention of every girl in a 10-mile radius.
Look, girls! There he is! Oh, it's Hunky Jake!
The ladies started calling me Hunky Jake due to my incredibly toned physique. At first, I thought the nickname was a little over the top, but after a while I figured, why not just embrace it?
Come on, Jake! Strike a pose for us!
Oh, please, come on, you're embarrassing me.
Please? We want to see those big, bulging muscles of yours!
Oh, all right. You mean like this? Yes, sir, I was king of the jungle. There wasn't a single girl who didn't wish that they could make themselves mine. But the problem was, it wasn't just the ladies who were after me. Hey, ladies! Ladies? Where'd you go? I've got more poses I can show you. Wait a minute, you're not a gorilla? Who are you? And what are you doing here? I made a break for it, swinging through the trees as fast as I could. But unfortunately for me, Lady Luck was not on my side that day. I may have been cornered, but I wasn't going down that easy. Not without at least putting up a fight first. But the hunter outsmarted me. I was trapped. The hunter boxed me up, put me on a boat, and shipped me overseas. It was a long, perilous journey. I never stepped 2 feet outside the jungle before. The world was a much bigger and scarier place than I ever could have imagined. The poacher sold me to the highest bidder, which happened to be a large zoo in America. So there I was, confused, lonely, and hundreds of miles away from the only home I'd ever known. I couldn't see how things could possibly get any worse. My life was over. Or so I thought.
Hey, Mom! Look at this gorilla! He looks so strong and tough!
It turns out my physique wasn't just a hit with the ladies of the Congo, it was a hit with everyone. I was the zoo's hot new attraction. People loved me. I was a star. From that point on, people would come far and wide to see me perform my plethora of poses. They showered me with affection. They treated me like a celebrity. But sadly, I'd come to learn the same lesson that every young starlet must learn in this town eventually. Beauty only fades. I woke up one morning and discovered a new exhibit had been built right next to mine overnight. Apparently, a brand new animal had just been shipped in from far, far away. It was a rare African rhino. A very handsome rare African rhino.
Look, Mom! Look at that rhino! Whoa, he's so cool!
That day, the zoo had found itself a fresh new star, and suddenly, I was old news. No one cared to spend any time watching old Hunky Jake strike his boring old poses anymore. All anyone wanted to do was ogle at the brand new rhino. I had lost everything. My home, my audience, my fame. But I wasn't going to give up on my dreams just like that. Not without at least putting up a fight. That night, I snuck out of my enclosure and took control of the crane they had used to build the rhino's exhibit the night before. I quickly got myself accustomed to the device's control panel, and then made my move. I was merely helping my new rhino friend escape. It was only the right thing to do, right? I mean, after all, zoos really aren't the best place to keep wild animals. That night, as I snuck back to my exhibit, I knew that proper order had been restored. I was going to be the zoo's star again first thing in the morning, and that's just how it's supposed to be. Unfortunately, the zookeepers had other plans. The next morning when they showed up for work and discovered their new prized rhino was missing, management became horribly upset. And from that point, it wasn't long before he figured out who the culprit was. There was no way they were going to let me stay at the zoo after that. They shocked me, repeatedly, and forced me out of my enclosure. I was loaded up into a strange-looking truck. I had no idea where they were taking me, but I didn't have a good feeling about it. Something inside told me that I just had to escape. So I ran off into the forest, unsure of what would be waiting for me out there. I wandered the forest for days. No food, no one to watch me strike poses. I was terribly lonely. And then, finally, a miracle happened. Somebody found me. He was a strange-looking fellow. He was all red with these pokey things on his head. At first, he seemed trustworthy enough.
Hey, that is a very nice physique you have there, my friend. Has anybody ever told you you could model?
He flattered me, knew exactly what to say to get on my good side. Then he made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
Say, you know what? I've actually got a zoo of my own not far from here. You should come with me. I can make you a star, you know.
So I followed him to this so-called zoo, and that ended up being the greatest mistake I'd ever make. He strapped me down under the pretense that I needed certain cosmetic procedures if I was going to live at his zoo. Surgeries that would make me even more beautiful.
Now hold still. This won't hurt a bit, okay?
But of course, he lied. His device filled me with a strange liquid. He turned me into a terrifying monster. No! What have you done to me? I'm hideous!
What do you mean? I turned you into a star, just like I said I would, remember? Uh-oh.
It was you who trapped me down here. It was you who turned me into this horrifying monster.
Horrifying monster? Oh, come on now, Jake. You don't look that bad. I think with a little bit of work, we really could still turn you into a star.
Enough! I won't fall for your tricks again, Bam Ban. I'm gonna trap you down here in this maze of doors forever. I hope you like poses. Hey, get back here, Bam Ban!
No way, Hunky Jake. If you want me, you're gonna have to come catch me.
I told you, Bam Ban, you can't run. It's useless.
Come on, Hunky Jake. Come and get me. Come on, big guy. Just a little bit further. I'm just up here.
Why, you little... Hey, wait a second! I can't move!
I figured you'd eventually get yourself all twisted up. And that leaves only one door left.
No! Wait! Bam Ban! You can't go! No!